Yeah, I would agree with that.
Well, let's get down to the kickoff. Ryan Montgomery is the big play man for the Falcons. He was hurt a little bit this season, and that might have skewed the passing yards for the Falcons and made them a little bit less passing yards. He's a big play threat, and I think the Browns are going to have to watch out for him, even though they have the best secondary in the league. We're getting ready for kickoff, and let's see what we got going down here. Looks like the Falcons will be kicking off, so they will receive in the second half.
James Stadium in Tampa, our second straight Super Bowl from the Sunshine State. Tonight it's all on the line.
What are you looking for the Browns to do on this first drive, Toon?
I think they're going to try to go to their strength and run the ball a little bit. But I would also say that this first drive is very important. I think they're going to have to score just to set the tone.
Set the tone. Okay. Let's see what they come out in.
Pressure on Atlanta.
Browns come out in 3 wide. Looks like they might be running the football here. Nope, play action. And very nice first play by the Browns, play action. It's like Kaiser to Coleman for 15 yards.
Yeah, good read by the quarterback.
Now that PA skin slants play, that's a really interesting play. It used to be a very, very good play about 2 Maddens ago because that backside slant would get open against a lot of coverages, even zone coverage. All right, now the Browns go to the running game. We got Henry. Oh, there he is.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Just a little toss play to get Henry.
Yeah, that
outside.
guy Henry. If the Browns can do that all game, it's going to be a long game for Atlanta. Atlanta's going to have to establish dominance on this drive and let them know that this guy is not going to take over the game.
From the gun, Kaiser. Gonna look deep for Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down.
Plenty of time in the pocket. Kaiser down the seams. But it looks like an injury on the play.
That was another good read by the Browns quarterback, too, also.
We have a short commercial.
Looks like
break.
Kaiser's
We'll
going to
right
need Kaiser.
Injury timeout. We'll get an update on that injury shortly. See what the Browns do here. They're down inside the 30. First down. I think the Falcons are going to bring some pressure here. There's Henry by the Falcons there.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Shut him down. They got to try to make the Browns one-dimensional.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
The offensive lines on both of these teams are pretty top-notch, and I think that's what plays into a lot of success that both teams have. No one open. There it is. First turnover of the game. And the Browns tackle him at the 32.
Yeah, it looked like the Browns may have got a little impatient there.
The Falcons were just sitting back in the cover 2 zone, and corner was able to get up and get that. See this high-powered Falcons offense. They come out in the 2x2 set. They got defense spread. First play. There he is. It's like with that Browns injury was just a bruised shoulder, so he should be back.
Yeah, bruised shoulder. He should be back. Yeah, they'll take him. I hear they got over in their medical staff. They got Mark Henry. He'll rub a little sexual chocolate on that, and he'll be back in the game.
Falcons are going with the 1-2 punch. Right now they have Freeman in the game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And that's one of his
good check down. He couldn't find anybody up the field, so he just checked it down.
Yeah,
to the
safe throw.
Just get himself into a manageable situation on 3rd and inches here.
To make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And that's a big collision.
Matum, what do you think about these trip sets? I think they're one of the most difficult formations to defend because there's so much to defend. You have the wide receiver screen, you have the bubble screen, and then depending on which team you're playing in the set, you have the read option that you have to deal with, or you have the 0-1 trap or the counter that you have to deal with. So the trips formation tends to be one of the more difficult formations to deal with because there's so much that a team can do out of that. I'm going to look and see if the Falcons are going to employ some more of that in this game.
Yeah, when that formation's run successfully, it can make most defensive coordinators see red, even though Atlanta makes you see red anyway with their all-red uniforms.
Looks like Crawford got injured, and that's the reason why Freeman was in the game. But the Falcons are on the move, down inside they're over the 50 on the Cleveland 34.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away.
Yeah, it's pretty good defense.
Play by the Browns.
To stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
One thing I'm surprised that that the Falcons aren't going away from the run. They are running the ball. Trying to.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the hit jarred it loose.
Falcons are going for the home run here. Doesn't have it, but he took the shot. And he dropped it. You don't see a lot of drop passes from Julio Jones.
Yeah, it was a good read, too. Yeah.
Third and 9.
I think one thing the Browns are going to have to do is they're going to have to harass Falcons quarterback.
Mr. Chandler here. Mr. Chandler. By the way, if we look at these statistics of the quarterbacks. Oh, they got to him. Myles Garrett. That's the first quarterback tackle of the game. But if we look at these statistics.
Yeah, that was a coverage sack.
If we look at the statistics, Kaiser has been dropped 58 times, and Chandler actually has been dropped 56 times. So both quarterbacks have seen their fair share of the ground. But it looks like this Falcons strike first, 3-0, midway through the first quarter.
Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
And this is actually a good thing for the Falcons to, get out a little slow because we all know what happens to them when they get a big lead at halftime. We don't want to repeat of that Patriots Falcons Super Bowl.
No comment. Here's Mr. Henry.
That's the only way you can get it done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Hey, so far the Falcons look like they're going to contain Mr. Henry.
Yeah. We're doing a
Not
really
having
good
as much
job in the
success so
trenches,
far.
which when you look at the athletes that the Falcons have, you would think that the Browns would be able to run it because the Falcons are not very – they don't really have the prototypical measurables or size. They're generally smaller guys, but they can run. They're very fast, and that's what keeps people pinned inside. You really cannot get outside on the Falcons because of their speed.
That was a good read by the Browns, but that was also good defense by the Falcons. It was a good hustle by the safety there to break that play up.
Now, 3rd and long, these are situations that you generally want to stay out of.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And that one incomplete.
Kaiser drops back.
Had some position but couldn't hold on. And
Oh,
it was
he-
4th down.
Whoa.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right
Double coverage
that
there.
maybe was a little
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw. Looked like the Browns on the second. This is the second drive. I think the Browns quarterback is pushing. He's pushing things. He's not being patient.
Well, I think on that play, he had an initial read on the left sideline, but Falcons defender sort of playing between two routes there, the dig from the right and the wheel route on the left, so he
Good
probably
special
had
teams
to do
play
that
there.
work.
Kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3
Crawford's
points out
back
of.
in.
They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense
See what the movement is about.
We'll see. 2 yards on the
Still
carry.
running.
It'll be 2nd down.
Good play by the defense.
There wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Browns run defense been pretty good this whole game so far.
Mm-hmm.
Second down.
If they now start getting pressure on that quarterback, I think that's gonna turn the game for them.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Falcons are out here in an empty set. Normally,
Up to the 40.
when I see this,
Pick up a
quick
16
pass,
there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
good play to move the chains. Normally when I see this, I see a lot of teams use empty sets, but when they use them, they tend to get themselves in trouble. The Falcons are they're one team that you don't have to sort of worry about when they get in the empty set. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Now they try the right side here.
Yeah, when the empty sets run effectively, it can be really hard to stop.
7-yard line. The loss of a
Got the
full
power run here. Miles Garrett is just an animal. That's not Garrett, that's Agba. These guys are animals up front.
They wanted it every position, and we just saw this.
And actually, that's Jamie Collins.
Run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And that only
Now
gives the
Garrett and Agba are back into the game on the 2nd and 13.
They'll look to throw.
Let me just sort of ask you this. You see Ryan Montgomery over here. He's the Falcons' big play guy. And the Browns show the press up. Look at the pressure up the middle
He was on his back.
So that just
by
brings us
Cleveland.
back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively.
Big
Nowhere to go
Reynolds.
with the football. That led to the sack.
And now
But
they're
one good thing so far for the Browns is playing into their favor. They haven't really had to send pressure. They've been getting a lot of coverage sacks. But I'm thinking at some point,
3rd and 19. This is definitely with a defensive line like that. You don't want to be behind the chains. But we'll see what the Falcons do to sort of get themselves out of this situation.
To bring up fourth.
Oh, they got him again.
Down here's Matt Bosher on the punt.
Oh man, yeah, that nose tackle, he's getting that push up the middle.
The Browns may
When you
have
can do
found
that,
something
when you can
here.
get that kind of pressure and don't have to blitz, Falcons are gonna have to figure that out.
The Browns may have found something there. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on that.
To take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big time.
First and 10, Cleveland.
They go play action here on first.
I think they'll run the football here.
Stanley Coates has it complete. And he's brought down. That's good for
Nope, play action.
First down and 11-yard pickup.
I know many people
Good
like
read.
to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Yeah, you got to respect that run on first down by the Browns because the big guys there and don't want to play soft on the line of scrimmage. Him back there.
Yeah, Henry is definitely one of those backs that you have to account for and game plan for.
He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. That'll bring him down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield.
It looks like the Browns had someone running underneath.
Yeah, that's 3. The Browns are really trying to push that ball down the field, and they haven't been able to do it.
I think you got a little bit lucky on that one.
Yeah, Atlanta's not letting them have that. And I think Cleveland's coaching staff is going to have to make some adjustments to that. Yeah, definitely got lucky on that one.
Here's Henry.
With 3rd and 6. We haven't seen much from him.
And the Browns are in field goal range there. 3rd and 6 on the opponent's 34. What kind of calls do you like here? Would you push it or would you just accept the points? And particularly since it's the Super Bowl, would you just take the 3 or would you push it here?
But at this point in the game, with the score being the way it is, I'd take 3 points.
Well, let's see what the Browns do.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He's going to launch this thing. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Oh, he pushed it. Touchdown. Nope, down to the 1.
That's a good
Kaiser
read.
He's down to the 1.
I mean, he was open, but that was still a little tight, but he was open.
Strong close. The Madden 10 super run formation. Henry stopped for a loss. He lost 3 yards.
Looked like no one blocked that linebacker coming up the gut.
A very frequent occurrence in Madden.
This will be an interesting call. 2nd down.
2nd and goal from the 4.
I think I'd have to ride my man.
He's going to have to call a timeout. He's going to have to call a timeout. I don't know if Cleveland knew what they wanted to do there. Who says there's a long time to get this play called? I'm not sure the Browns know what they want to do in this situation. Well,
the history of the Browns, Browns coach is sometimes he's had problems with his equipment on the sideline. Maybe had trouble getting the play call in.
But that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with
We go the safe route and stay with Henry.
It's a pretty good defense by Atlanta.
3rd and goal. See what happens.
Kaiser, 3rd and goal.
They're going to have to run the Philly special here. That's what I'm thinking.
Plenty of time in the pocket. Oh, high throw. Well defended by Atlanta's Deion Jones.
That was a dangerous throw, too. That could have been picked off.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging
Sounds like the Browns had some miscommunication on playbooks.
Yeah, there's been rumors that, unlike with Bill Belichick with their Spygate, the Browns have a problem with communications, and whoever they communicate with to get the defensive plays must didn't get it into them in time.
Looking deep for Julio. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Pops out. Incomplete.
Falcons going for the home run. He got it. Oh, he dropped it.
He's never considered covered.
Wow.
Julio Jones. Generally just
Julio
something
Jones.
you don't see.
Especially on those deep.
Yeah, you got to respect that guy deep.
That's an illegal formation.
He goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2 there.
Along with those illegal red uniforms.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a
Tell you what, the Browns' run defense came to stop Crawford tonight.
to the quarterback, but in this case,
He has 4 carries for 1 yard.
really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as
And I
the
think
defense
later on in the game, that's going to become an issue. If the Falcons can't get the running game going, I think it's going to come back and haunt them, which is why one of the reasons why I say I don't think the Browns are really going to have a problem stopping their run. But they're going to need to do something as far as keeping pressure on the quarterback. Don't let him be comfortable in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
He rifles one that's in.
Well, you know, what we saw earlier was the Browns sending 3, and the nose tackle just getting to the quarterback. Oh, the Browns get a turnover.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really
Number
It
1
is.
pass defense in the
This one's
league.
kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And I think I saw the Falcons
interceptions,
quarterback running over to the
clarification.
sideline. Looked like he's saying the sun was in his eyes.
Position here for the offensive unit.
It is kind of bright on one side of the field here. But can the Browns cash in? That's going to be the key. That's going to be the key here. Can they cash in with a touchdown?
Yeah, they need to score a touchdown right here. No field goals. They need a
Falcons
touchdown
send
right there.
Falcons send the goons, and they get there.
When that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a
Yes.
lot. That they occupy
A lot of
the
coverage
field
sacks in this game.
no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Yeah, on that play, the Browns actually had the blitz blocked
Yeah.
up pretty good, but
Yeah, they had time. They just didn't have anyone to throw to.
second and 17. We'll see what Cleveland's up to. They're behind the chains.
Coleman has it here right side.
Falcons are showing a 4-man rush.
Down to the 25.
And that's what they send.
It's
Cleveland plenty of time. Good. He catches the crossing route.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well.
I tell you, Kaiser to Coleman has been a good combo for Cleveland in this first half.
The key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Yeah, because right now, Atlanta's really not giving them anything deep. So I think the Browns would be well served to take what the defense gives them right now. And hopefully later on in the game, some of the deep stuff they want to get will be there.
Four-man rush. He found his halfback for a well. First down, Browns. We're about halfway through the second quarter. The Browns are on the move.
This is interesting. The Browns in an empty set.
This is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland, with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl.
Look at that protection. Touchdown, Cleveland. Believeland.
Wow. I wonder what the Browns offensive coordinator saw that made him run that play. It was a good call.
Well, the Falcons were in man coverage on that play, and that little corner route tends to always get open. Notice he used the wide side of the field for that route to get open.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start the next drive? No, you just throw the
Cleveland needed that. Now we're going to see how the Atlanta Falcons respond.
Yeah, I don't think there's any particular pressure on the Falcons, given that they're a team that can score quickly and in bunches. So I don't think there's a lot of pressure on them. However, Cleveland's defense, again, it's one of the better defenses that anybody in the league would face. So maybe there is a slight bit of pressure. There's a good job of getting the running back going. 8 yards on the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a game.
It looks like Atlanta's going to try to get things back under control here. Run the ball a little more.
Yeah, getting the running game going a little bit. Force Cleveland to deal with 2 threats instead of 1.
Yeah, they're going to need to do that because if they, like I say, if they get stuck one-dimensional, it's going to make things easier for Cleveland.
There's a cover 3 sky or cloud.
Oh, good read.
Cover 3 cloud on that.
And see, the thing is, he had time to throw that, which is why I'm thinking we even need to continue to get that pressure. Because if you give Atlanta time to throw like that, they're going to succeed more than they fail.
0-1 trap. Good job of Cleveland reestablishing the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me.
Look at those rushers. Another coverage. Oh man, the Browns defensive line. They are doing their thing in this first half.
Yeah. It's nice for a defensive coordinator to be able to play coverage and still get good pressure like that.
And just to make it clear here, the Falcons' offensive line is no slouch. It's probably one of the better ones. Not probably. It is one of the better ones in the league. So it's no chump offensive line. 4th down and inches. Let's see what the Falcons. I think they're going to go for the field goal. Yeah, they line up for the field goal, but it's a 2-minute warning.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
That was,
And that'll bring them back within 4.
yeah, that was a
This
big
might be a
stop
bit
by the Browns.
right down the middle.
The defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened.
It was big for them to hold them to a field goal.
And I do believe Cleveland receives in the second half.
And for them, a touchdown their last go around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to
No,
do?
I think I'm wrong on that. Falcons receive.
Before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And that one results
Wow.
in 35.
The
What a
Browns
throw.
offensive line.
Yeah, they're holding. They're giving the quarterback all
Right
kinds
now.
of time.
Right now, the Browns' offensive and defensive lines are the MVP of this first half. Kaiser is getting plenty of time to throw. And he's finding his targets.
Collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Look at him navigate the pocket.
Because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact
His
time.
receiver didn't help him out on that one, but it was a good read.
Really well done.
It's an offense, just better defense. I think.
Yeah,
you're right.
I think if Cleveland does score before the half, next half, Atlanta's going to have to start taking some chances on defense.
At the line of scrimmage.
Right now, their front four is not getting there.
Yeah,
Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run.
that's good
game.
defensive
Is
play.
that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being.
I'm kind of impressed that Atlanta has been able to control Henry for the most part.
Mhm.
They haven't let the Browns run all over them.
Yeah, I think the speed,
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser.
the speed, when you're trying to get outside on
Kaiser can't get
zones and
He'll go down. And now it's
powers,
defensively
the
by
Falcons' speed, it's
It's just their
it's
first,
too
so
much.
they'll have 2 remaining here.
Oh, the Falcons get home on the coverage.
Yeah. He held on to that one too long. He should have got out of there.
Mhm.
It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
If you're the Falcons here, do you push for a score, or do you just sort of play it conservative and take it to the
It all
half?
depends. They can take a shot on first down maybe, but other than that, to try to get a field goal range. I mean, I don't know. I think I'd play it safe and just get off the field.
Mm-hmm.
And now this is intercepted.
I think they're going for the home run.
Picked off at about the 30.
Yep, they went for the home run.
So that's back-to-back
And Cleveland got it.
interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going
Yeah,
on?
and
This
that's
is the
why I
best-
said what I said.
This is the best I have seen Montgomery defended in single coverage. Montgomery is generally the guy single coverage. He will generally cause a defensive coordinator in single coverage to take a lot of antacids, Tums, Rolaids, everything.
Wow, that ball gets knocked, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up.
It's like the Browns are going back to the ground game.
It's like baseball. People are on
It's
base,
probably Henry's best run of the night, but he put it on the floor.
comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Yeah, I would just let this go to the third, let the clock go and go to third quarter, and run your offense from there.
So we've reached halftime here.
I think that's what they're
going
gonna
to
do.
As we send you over to our headquarters.
3, 2,
in
1, we're at the
Orlando,
half.
check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports halftime report.
That's a pretty balanced first half.
So both teams have their marching orders.
About what we expected, I think.
Yep.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for.
But let's see who made the halftime adjustments.
Ready to head back out here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about.
Now, this is going to be an important drive for both sides. Cleveland needs to stop, and Atlanta needs to score here.
Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this.
Given the first half, if you're the Falcons, what kind of adjustments would you make here?
Well, like I said, offensively, they need to just stay balanced.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best
And
playmakers.
as far as their defense, they may have to start taking some chances and putting some pressure on the Browns, especially if the Browns continue to, want to throw the ball deep like they've shown they wanted to do most of the game.
Yeah. I thought we just saw a very impressive statistic. The Atlanta Falcons have one of the most prolific passing games in the league, and right now we're into the third quarter, and they only have 66 passing yards. I think that says a lot about the Cleveland Browns secondary.
Well, and it's also, their secondary has and also the pass rush. They've been able to get pressure without really blitzing. So that's helped their secondary a lot.
I was very envious. Be envious of that. The Falcons are going for another home run, and Cleveland gets it again. He might score. Nope.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. What was the last time
Cleveland's just sitting back. Williams is just sitting back there in the cloud coverage. And he's able to pick that off.
And I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run.
Yeah, like I said, they need to stay balanced, and they made a bad decision on that throw right there. Oh, boy. He may have saw something he thought he didn't see.
Cleveland throw, he's
And that'll bring up second down.
Yeah,
one of the things
the Browns got lucky there. He forced another
Yes.
one.
The coverage on the play.
one of the things that's interesting about a Madden cycle is by the time you get down to the end,
Tips it up in the air and knocks it.
people are doing things that they didn't do a lot of in the beginning. Cover 6, early on, cover 4 was the coverage everybody was running, and now cover 6 and cover 9 are starting to become a thing. Now, these two owners, of course, have run those coverages all along, but just in general, when you look at Madden, cover 6 and cover 9 is becoming very popular at the end of this Madden cycle.
They keep it with Henry on first down. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
This is Henry territory.
I don't know if the legs are a little bit
Yeah,
heavy.
looks like the Browns are
Sometimes
going
you
to
hang out all
start
day.
feeding Henry.
Exactly play to your
Not a
advantage,
bad
but
thing.
It's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Looks like Cleveland's had some trouble calling the play.
Yeah. Now, if Cleveland gets in the end zone here, the game's going to become interesting because it's going to put a lot of pressure on Atlanta.
Kaiser just getting the play.
Yeah, but I still, Atlanta. The thing with Atlanta, and you still have Julio Jones, you have Ryan Montgomery.
18-yard line. All that gets him is
Looks like Kaiser's going to take off.
Now it's 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying
But
time
only
and
4
extending the
yards.
play. But there's some really
Good coverage there by
defenders on
Atlanta.
that one. They thought they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point.
Yeah, Atlanta is not showing they're not willing to give up those deep routes.
Mm-hmm. They actually do need to stop here. They can hold them to a field goal. It's still just a one-possession game.
Flush to his right, only able to get back a yard for his
Like-
efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, comes open here, so he decides
McKinley.
to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage. to
Pretty
set
good
up a
defensive
possible
play.
field goal
Way to
attempt.
run the
Crazy,
quarterback
man.
down.
Decide to go that route.
Crazy man McKinley.
And the kick by gun's Gonzalez, he is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the third quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Atlanta did what they needed to do on that drive. They held them to a field goal. Only a one-score game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Cleveland, they're still dominating the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I will say this: if you would have told me that the Falcons would only have 6 points midway through the third quarter, I would laugh. I thought by this point they would at least have 10, 13. That's not to discredit Cleveland, because that defense is absolutely ridiculous. But
in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
Yeah, Cleveland has been good at taking away so far what a lot of what Atlanta seems to like to run. They pretty much neutralized it. So Atlanta's going to have to come up with another scheme, get the ball moving.
He'll drop to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Atlanta's going for the home run again. And I tell you what, this guy, that's a different corner over there, but the left side of the screen has been defended very, very well. Whether it's Montgomery, whether it's Atlanta going for Montgomery or Atlanta going for Julio Jones as they did there, they're just not getting anything on that left side of the field.
Well, the score to be what it is, I didn't see a lot of patience on that drive. Oh my gosh, he breaks the tackle. Oh, I thought he was about to get away.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal.
The Browns are setting up shop on the 47. Let's see what they do.
Falcons have got to try their best to hold them, get them off the field, 3 and out.
Kaiser on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't.
Nano detection.
Good defense by Atlanta. And I'm really surprised right now that the Browns aren't being a little more patient. They're still trying to go deep.
Well, I think the Browns are looking for the knockout punch here.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Oh!
Yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Wow, that guy Henry, I tell you.
That was kind of scary. If you're the Falcons, you're sort of breathing a sigh of relief there.
Yeah, he's special. You think you got him down, and he's still got his legs churning.
They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Kaiser.
3rd and 9. See what Cleveland brings on this play. I still think the Falcons have some stuff that they haven't shown yet, and that's what they're gonna show that stuff in the fourth quarter.
Another bad read thrown in the double coverage there.
Yeah, he threw that into the coverage there. But I do think the Falcons have a few things, a few tricks up their sleeve that they haven't shown yet. Sort of like the ace in the pocket.
This punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
But Atlanta did what they were supposed to do. They held them to no score. So the defense is keeping Atlanta alive right now.
They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
It's you're looking at number 3 and number 4 defense, and they're there for a reason. This is a new formation. We haven't seen Atlanta come out in this formation yet. He's going for the home run, and he gets it.
A big-time play there for the Falcons. 61
Wow.
yards.
And that Atlanta's been
stressful plays that Atlanta is known for.
Atlanta has shown they've been trying to do that. That's what Cleveland may have to start taking some chances. You can't give him that kind of time in the pocket.
But you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly.
And now they get the running game going. 9 yards on first down. Down to the Cleveland 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And give him 2 yards. They're set up now with
First and goal.
Okay, no score on that play.
Whoa.
This guy's been a touchdown machine
What a
all
defensive
year
play.
long.
For a minute there, I thought the Atlanta was just going to
Yeah,
run
I
right
thought
in with that one.
Yeah, that was the Moses opening up the Red Sea type of.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play.
All right, what a juke back to the inside. Touchdown Falcons. Looks like we got a ball game here.
Yeah.
Down to the fourth
Tie
quarter.
game.
It's right through, and we are now tied at 13.
It is. Right now, a couple of those drives, those stops, hurt the Cleveland Browns. They drives they should have got some points on. They didn't. It's coming back to haunt them right now.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard.
Yeah, my rule of thumb
Now the
when you're
Browns
playing
offense, they
Cleveland
get ready to head back onto the field.
or Atlanta,
Tight game after punting last time.
every drive you need to come away with
Going on
something.
this drive.
With something, yeah.
As they head to the field now, where the game
Because the second half,
close,
if they get to the second half and it gets down to crunch time,
on offense right now.
they both generally tend to make a lot of plays.
Panic creep in and affect
They have a lot of stuff that they may not have shown you earlier, and you're not ready to defend those things.
First down, Kaiser. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in.
Nice
and
little
out,
safe
toe
throw
tapping,
out to
and
the
of course,
sideline.
foot
Wasn't nothing else open.
Tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
I think that was just a pretty smart play by Kaiser. Just take the 3 yards.
Yeah, because
Gonna look deep for
last few times he's been tossing it up and getting away with it.
be knocked away and incomplete.
I like
Now
that.
Cleveland goes for the home
He took a
run.
shot downfield, but it was well covered. He
But
was
it's
able to
well
get hand
defended.
in and knock it away.
By the LSU product, Jalen Collins.
The Browns on third down.
I think we see the Cleveland defensive coordinator looking up at the press box and giving the Cleveland offensive coordinator the finger.
He's got his tight end in Joku. 13 yards.
Excellent blocking up front by the Browns. Plenty of time for Kaiser. Finds his tight end, David Njoku.
Good patient read, good throw. Move the chains. That's what Cleveland needs to do right now. They need to move the chains.
Yeah. Focus on 10 yards, and then these all add up.
To the air again, Kaiser. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25. And he'll get this.
Look at the time. Corey Coleman.
And give him a gain of 37.
Tell you what, that has been the combo this game. Kaiser to Coleman.
That was a good read, good throw. He saw that he had the man coverage and he took advantage of it. Good read by the quarterback.
Kaiser yet again.
Looks like the Falcons going to bring some pressure here.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a second.
Plenty of time.
And partner, it's safe to say
But
that the secondary really contributed.
they get to the quarterback. It's one of those coverage situations where quarterback thinks he sees something, but then there's something else.
Why didn't he throw it away?
Yeah, that Cleveland quarterback, he needs to get once that clock goes off in his head, he needs to just take off running. If nothing's there, just go.
Looks like the Falcons want to bring some more pressure.
He's got it out on the left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Cleveland picked that up pretty well. Henry.
I know most of the time,
3rd and 2.
Have a good safe throw. Just want to move the chains.
You know, I think this is important for Cleveland. You know, they right now they're in a situation where they can come away with points. You certainly want the touchdown, but you can come away with points right here.
Yeah.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just down.
Standard run, Henry. Move the chains. First down.
Oh, that guy. That was just determination. He's like, I'm getting this first down.
Shoulders. he's, you know, he's like Marshawn Lynch when he was with Seattle, but you know, some people try to be cute and they rob Seattle of a second Super Bowl, but I don't think we'll have to worry about that here. The back is pushing people over. You continue to feed your back.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Although I will say the Falcons have done a hell of a job against Henry.
Down following the run.
Yeah,
13 for 28. You know,
he hasn't been dominant in this game at all. So hats off to Atlanta for that.
Possible run anticipation.
The running game is all about patience. You know, you just got to keep at it, and you know, maybe eventually you break one.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Right now, he only has 13 carries. He needs between 23, 25 carries.
That's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd and 9. We're in the 4th quarter. Crunch time.
Well, if they do choose to pass here, they got to be careful. They got to make good reads, good decisions here.
And they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
And of course, if you're Atlanta, you don't want to let nobody in the end zone. Matter of fact, you don't even want nobody at the 1 yard line. You don't even want to go up this first down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough game.
Oh!
These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure.
Wow.
Tuck rule situation
Yeah,
there.
Tuck rule. Yeah, Tuck rule play there.
With a field goal, that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
It looks like Cleveland had somebody on the back line, but there was a defender right there in that lane, so he couldn't throw it to him. I thought he did the smart thing and just took the 3 points.
And he's up across the 25 even down at the 28-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get
If you're a Cleveland fan right now, you got to be a little bit nervous because
a little bit
Atlanta,
nervous.
I mean,
Montgomery has made his mark on the last drive. You got to know Julio Jones has got something cooking.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids.
Didn't see anything there. Smartly go off running.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there.
Oh,
I guess that's why
he
they
could
call
not
running backs and not catching backs.
catch
The
that.
Falcons on 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
And the Cleveland actually got lucky on that. Atlanta had
They
a
got a
receiver
break.
wide open deep, but it didn't. I guess the quarterback didn't see him.
Pressure did
They'll drop to throw.
start getting to him, though.
He's going to air one out. That's caught
Atlanta.
inside 20.
Number 2, he has this. Yo, Montgomery
Play on 3rd
down to the 14.
Falcons. 52 yards.
That's what I was saying. If you keep giving them
Montgomery's
time,
starting to make his mark on this game now.
you keep giving them time like that, that's what's going to happen. And the defensive line ain't getting that pressure like they were in the first half.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Crawford has had a quiet game, but it's been actually a pretty decent game. 13 for 42 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
You'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And that's one of the things I was saying at the beginning of the game. As long as Atlanta stays balanced, they're going to have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now back to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Myles Garrett.
Cleveland sent the blitz,
Down for a loss of 7.
and they got him.
Yeah. That's what you're going to have to do. You can't give him time. You can't let him get comfortable.
Cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the
If you're Cleveland, you got to hope to keep him to a field goal here and then get back on offense.
Back to throw. Now, and he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett in there.
Plenty of time.
For his 2nd sack
Another
down here
coverage.
tonight.
Tackle.
It's been a rough night for
Myles
the
Garrett
offensive line.
again.
It's only getting rougher.
Yeah.
5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour.
Boy, I tell you, Cleveland has done a
Stupid question. What's the witching?
fantastic job of defending the red area.
Everything goes haywire.
Yeah, they have.
Outside of the one
That's-
big play, well, we have 2 big plays in Montgomery, but
And this game's all even.
outside of those 2 big plays,
Much doubt there, did he?
sort of when the Falcons have gotten down in that red area, the Browns defense has pretty much stepped up and kept them out of the end zone.
Yeah. Because Atlanta can't run that ball down there. That's been key.
Because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown.
All right, we have 5:32 left in this game. Tune,
The only one happy
who's
about
going to win?
Kicker.
Exactly.
And how are they going to do it?
That's going to help him in contract.
I will say this. Cleveland can win this game right now if they stay patient
I don't know about
and
that.
grind this ball out on this drive.
Super toe.
Mm-hmm. But I think the one thing you have to look at, though, is Henry has not had a great game. Now, I do realize that running, is about patience and continuing to feed your back. But he's just not had a great game.
Right now, they don't necessarily have to run the ball, but just be when they pass, just be safe. They don't have to get it all.
Right at the 30-yard line. Give
Oh,
him
here's
a
Carwell.
carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience,
5 yards on 1st and 10.
that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Right now, I would not want to give Atlanta the ball back. I would try to kill most of this clock and at least get a field goal.
Looks like they're going to shift their formation up.
Second down, Kaiser. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close.
Excellent call there by the Falcons with the ends on the contain to keep the screen. I think that's
got a little cute there and it didn't work out.
But I think that's the reason why the Browns, that's the reason why Kaiser sort of hesitated to make that throw. We saw the defensive end sitting out there. Really got lucky he didn't pick it off.
Kaiser from the gun on third. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Browns taking a shot.
I'm not sure we can
don't get it.
Oh, gosh. He had someone open for the first down underneath. That's what I was saying about being safe.
Now, if you're Cleveland fans, you got to start biting your fingernails.
He is knocked down hard at the 21-yard.
Ryan Montgomery has had 2 big plays this game. Julio Jones.
Now, I'll say the same
Julio
thing
Jones
here.
has been absent this game. I'm looking for him on this drive.
Atlanta can win the game here on this drive.
Which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Good read. Just moving the chains.
The Falcons are in the driver's seat.
Yep, that's all they got to do. Move the chains, keep the clock going.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46.
Looks like Cleveland might bring some pressure.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Oh, good open field tackle.
Stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Yeah, that's pretty good defense right there.
I'm looking for the Falcons to attack the seams here.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slugged.
Maybe not. One high safety.
Emmanuel Agba in there to get him.
There's the defensive line again.
Sacked him tonight.
Wow. I don't know why he didn't pull the trigger. He had 2 men open and ignored both. I guess probably he was looking deep, but he had 2 men.
Big play coming. This is 3rd and
He had one going across the middle, one in the flat open. I thought he was going to throw the one in the flat.
long.
3rd and 13.
We're going to get a timeout. It's just their first.
Just outside the 2-minute warning.
Step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Falcons take a timeout.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Be interesting to see what they run here.
I think if you're Brian Montgomery.
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Julio Jones still has not made it impact on this game. Yep, he goes back to Montgomery. Oh, he
Tried a deep shot, couldn't
That much success. Finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't say
Yeah, now got to see if Cleveland can at least get into field goal range
He overthrew
in
Montgomery
these 2
on that one.
minutes.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
This is it. 2 minutes.
We're back to perhaps crowd
Everything that
after this.
the franchise quarterback wants. You want the football in your hand. You want to be the one to drive your team down the field to get that go-ahead score and win the Super Bowl. This is it right here.
Because this is for all the gold rings. This is for the money. This is for the
This is
TV
for number 8.
commercials.
This is for
This
who
is for
gets
all
to
the
number 8
women
first.
who are going to come in your locker room afterwards.
Who gets to number 8 first? We got it right here on this drive.
But that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open.
Looks like Kaiser
and he picks up a first down.
is going to at least make this more difficult for the Falcons to get the football back. You certainly want to take care of the football. Let's see what happens.
Now Kaiser.
They need to get that ball across the 50-yard line
Ball pops out.
before a minute mark.
I guess you
Yeah,
can't
120
chances late in the game. He
at the
tried
120
Ooh,
mark.
dangerous throw in double coverage.
Dangerous
He
pass.
does a nice job of knocking the ball away, but you're also right. You can't be afraid to
Very
take those
dangerous
chances.
pass.
That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
But he's able to live and move on to the next down.
Now, right now, the clock is becoming his enemy, too. He needs to get this ball up the field.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I
It
believe
would be fitting that so we'll go into overtime, but let's see.
Face mask.
But a face mask. That face mask might come back to hunt Atlanta.
Yeah, that hurts.
Kaiser to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense.
All day in the
He was
pocket.
trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
That was good pass defense by Atlanta on that.
I was thinking back to my coaching days. I know what I would be running right now. Let's see what the Browns do.
Throwing deep here for Coleman. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up
Play
third
action.
down.
Oh, he's going to have all day in the pocket. Look at that protection.
Oh,
Throws
my
it.
gosh.
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he made
You got lucky there. It was
Yeah, he
throwing
got
the
lucky
double
there. 3
coverage.
versus 1.
I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps.
Uh,
That'll let him run with him stride for
3rd
stride.
and 10. He needs to run this clock, too. I mean, let's think about this. Atlanta, he doesn't convert here. Atlanta gets the football back with about 55 seconds.
Oh, my God. I was about to say, he don't see that. All right.
But he did convert. And the good thing
That's
is he
been
stayed
there
in
most
bounds.
of the
clock
game.
is still running.
So here we go, 1st and 10.
He's got to get across the 50. You just used 10 seconds.
They'll throw again. Kaiser. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second.
Atlanta's guarding the deep passes.
There it is.
Oh, yo.
Oh, and he dropped it.
What a catch. Oh, he dropped it.
Oh, man.
Unbelievable.
That hurts.
Second down now after the incompletion.
That may have been a play of the game right there because that was the showstopper. If
You
he
have
catches
to. You have to make those catches.
Yes. They're in field goal range right now via the court there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's Kaiser. Flushed out right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
2nd and 10. Plenty of time in the pocket. He got him.
He had the deep middle route. If he had had his feet set.
Play number 7
And threw that ball. That dude running down the deep middle was there by himself.
The Browns need about 20 yards. They only have 16 seconds.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Oh,
maybe 10. Delay of game.
It's 3rd and inches.
Clock management.
That's costly.
Yeah.
Now they need about 20 yards.
From the gun, Kaiser.
What 10?
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is
Plenty
absolutely
of time. Plenty of time.
He had him.
And he gets.
He had
Now
that
he's out
corner
of
route.
field goal
He had that
range.
corner route and didn't fire
Looks
it.
like we're going to be going into overtime.
And
It looks like we'll be going into overtime.
The rules, they stay the same as they did in the regular season.
That's exactly right. Whoever scores first, unless it's a touchdown, the other team has a chance to match. That's how it really gets played out.
See who gets the football first.
How far we go in overtime? In the regular
Oh, the
season,
Falcons
it's
is.
one period.
They win the toss and they elect to receive.
Until we have a winner.
This is going to be interesting.
Well, I think we'll look back at this and that one drop pass.
Yeah.
The one drop pass is definitely something we'll look back at and say, look, man, you have to make that. You have to make that catch, especially in a pivotal game like this.
Yeah, if Cleveland loses this game, that receiver, he's going to be on suicide watch.
Let's face it, they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw here in overtime. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And getting this just shy of midfield.
Browns are having a little bit of trouble getting lined up.
They give him 13 yards there on the play.
Good throw. Good read. Good throw.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
If this guy has time to throw, he's going to pick him apart. He's going to make a bad read.
And he might have got
this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49.
Cleveland's showing quarters coverage.
Second down.
See what they're in.
Good
Yep.
defense.
Hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
This Super Bowl has been brought to you by Cheetos Cheddar Jalapeno. Cheetos go crunch.
Looks like the defense in press coverage. Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing
It's a
it
big
in,
play right there.
Big
You
play.
got to hold him to a field goal.
just to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
That was a big play by the defense. They needed that. They needed it.
They really just have not been much on the ground for both teams.
First down for Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level.
Oh, that is a big run. Oh, my
Big
gosh.
run.
Straight ahead.
Gutsy call by the offensive coordinator.
Goals are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart
Right
from
into a
many of the
blitz,
other
too.
backs in the league.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Even defense rising back up, though. They ain't died yet.
We got to get a stop here. Hold them to a field
Got
goal.
it. Yep.
And the play clock's running down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're saying if you're that ball carrier.
Another excellent call by the Falcons.
This is going to be a big play. Like, big play.
Taking advantage of some of the gaps in the defense.
Defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free to protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Third and 6. Let's see what the Falcons have cooked up here on 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Devontae
Browns
Freeman.
back out of the pressure. Look.
Go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But
They
really
got a little
shouldn't
too
have
conservative there.
no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he
Thank
took
you.
his first step. All right, so they're able to put
Need
3 on the
to-
board here on the opening drive of OT, and now it'll be up to their
You need to
defense.
punch that in the end zone. You want to win this game. You want to win it.
Next drive would get us to second down. Any kind of turnover or turnover on downs would end the game.
And now you've given
The
the
Browns
season
have a-
life.
So this one's still very much
Browns do have a shot to win this football game.
Geared up to take the field.
But if we look at the last couple of drives
We
they've
just saw the
had,
field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to
They've been
start
sort
this
of
drive. They're not thinking
stalled.
field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And here we are at the drive of the game. Who's going to man up? Who wants it more?
Now the first throw in overtime for Kaiser. Over the middle here to Coates. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Charles, you get into these
Patience.
situations. That's not a
Time.
What a
pocket,
read
good
and
read.
throw.
Have to have plays,
Yes.
especially in a spot as you just described.
Now, this was the same guy who dropped the potential game winner in regulation.
To make the plays. Well, they said it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Room to run past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good play there as the Browns.
Oh, there's Henry. Look at him. He's just bumbling, stumbling.
That's the
bumbling.
Henry we've been looking for this entire game.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Right now, Cleveland's on fire. Got Atlanta on the ropes.
But right here's where they sort of stalled out the last time or so. Let's see what they do here.
Again, it's Henry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second.
So first and 10.
So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip.
A good call. Run the football.
I like your description. Chip away.
Get a couple of yards.
You don't have to get it all.
Just to keep yourself in this football game.
That would be nice, but there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3.
Is there something Cleveland has not shown? If it is, this is where they need to show it.
They've got to be a man.
On play action, Kaiser. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Grady Jarrett in there to get him the 6th.
Play action.
Oh,
Whoa! This is where they stalled the last time. Grady Jarrett. 3rd and 14. Cleveland is in an undesirable situation.
man, I saw there was he should have kicked that pass out to that running back. Down.
Kaiser now from the 50.
If I'm Cleveland, I'm looking for 10 yards here and then 10 yards on the 4th down. Or 4 yards on the 4th down.
Bingo, right there, right there. Oh,
He missed him. Because I had him on the
He shoulda
sideline.
threw-
4th and 14.
yeah, on the sideline. Yeah, that's the guy I saw. I was like, oh my gosh, he's wide open. Yeah.
For a second, would have been a tough catch though. Falls incomplete.
It comes down to this.
And here's your ball game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for
Final
the
play
stop on
for
4th
number
down.
8.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back.
Cleveland's going to come out in a 4 wide. Well, they use the timeout.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
I think the Falcons might dial up the pressure here and not give him a chance to throw it. Maybe not. We haven't seen Cleveland in this formation previously, so what are they going to do out of this? Be interesting.
They'll look to throw. Going up top. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it.
Kaiser drops back to pass. Plenty of time in the pocket. Plenty of time. He's going for the... Oh! Falcons sealed the deal. Deion Jones.
And Atlanta is your Super Bowl 39 champion.
The Falcons get to number 8. And they are your Super Bowl 39 champions, and that's 2 in a row for the Falcons.
And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
We'll see if we can get the coaches in here for a moment for post-game interviews.
Yeah, we'll talk with coach of Atlanta Falcons, and we'll let him speak into the microphone with the cord that goes to nowhere, and we'll get his opinion on how they played. And then we'll, post-game, go into the Cleveland locker room, and we'll talk to Coach Pops, and maybe we'll get a chance to talk with him after he gets out the shower. Yep, Coach Pops. He came close this year and had a very good team, very good running back.
Chandler's the MVP. But it wasn't a great game for Chandler. It was a decent game, but not a great one. Tightly contested football game. Defenses really came to play today.
Yeah, Chandler. We have to give him a Super Bowl ring, and now he's all of America's African-American man candy.
Actually, just to give you some history on Chandler, he was actually drafted by New England and then traded over to the Falcons. He's a Boston Mass.
Gentlemen, that was nerve-wracking.
Cue the truth.
Huh?
Congratulations on number 8.
Thank you, sir. That was tough.
It was a very tightly contested football game. There were some things that normally are available to you in the first half that were not available. What was going through your mind? The left side of the field was actually defensed very well in the first half. What were you thinking at that point?
You get your windows. The windows close faster with the Browns than probably any other secondary I've faced. So I had to learn that when I threw the second pick over that way. Told myself then I would not trust what I saw in that instance anymore because I paid 3 times. So I basically started to made me kind of shrink the field, so to speak. And then he was patrolling the middle of the field, which isn't annoying, but it just makes you go through more progressions, which is always cool. But I noticed that the receivers, were left one-on-one. So that was around the time I started to take the chances down the field after the third pick on that side.
Yeah. And I was really surprised by that. I was really surprised with the receivers being left one-on-one, and in the first half anyway, how well they were defended one-on-one.
Hey, his secondary is really good.
Yeah.
As I begin to throw in motion, those corners start breaking. So it's kind of like playing myself as far as how they have been developed or whatever. But me basically going one-on-one with the receivers versus the corners became essentially my last option.
Yeah. And then another thing I sort of looked at in this game too was his defensive line. Actually, they played a hell of a game. They established the game. They established the line of scrimmage pretty early against you guys, and got to Chandler a little bit without sending pressure. I mean, he did send some pressure here and there, but he was able to sort of get to Chandler without sending a lot of pressure, and I thought that was a benefit to him, and sort of allowed him to be a bit more flexible in the type of coverages that he wanted to employ versus the receivers. I mean, sometimes they were singled up, and then sometimes it was, the safety was over the top. So, I mean, there's really, you're right. The passing lanes shrink a lot faster, and even the blocking, it tends to sort of not hold up as long.
That's 100% accurate.
Toon, did you have any questions for our Super Bowl winning?
Yeah. Hello, Coach Truth. This is Coach talking to you, and I have a question for you. We heard rumors that Chandler had taken some Cialis before the game, and he had a really bad election. And we was wondering how your coaching staff was able to bring him down.
Not true. That rumor has no truth attached to it whatsoever. Only Trent Steele could come up with something like that. Wouldn't even say he was erratic. He just made throws that he trusted, and the defense was so good that he was made to pay. That was pretty much it in a nutshell.
All right.
I was reporting these things to you. You shouldn't listen to them.
And how did you feel about when you saw Henry coming out of the locker room and he was wearing his brand new Cleveland Brown uniform, tight fitting, walking down the sideline, gently lollygagging down the field with each butt talk?
Hey, I know this is like media day, but do I really have to answer this?
Well, I have another game question. So, and I'm going to ask Pops this question as well. Fourth quarter, you're a little bit under. You're about around 50 seconds, and there is a pass play where Pops actually goes through his progressions and he finds an open receiver on the right sideline.
You're talking about the corner.
Yes. Well, I think
Okay.
I think it was a crossing route from the other side of the field, and
Okay.
he finds the receiver. He throws it to him. It was a great read. It was a great throw, but the receiver dropped
I
it.
thought it was over at that point too. That was the one hole. We were in cover 3 cloud.
Yes.
And
yes.
I knew he wasn't gonna throw it. Knew he wasn't gonna throw anything shallow or whatever. So I changed that hard flat to a cloud flat, but he was occupied by an underneath receiver, which gave him a huge window to throw to. And once he threw it, I was like, found the hole. That probably is the game, and he dropped it. And I said, wow, all right. So I looked up there, and I told myself then, that defense will not be called again as long as this game, you know what I mean? As long as this game is being played or whatever. So that was, I definitely understand what you're talking about. Yeah, it was the shallow cross. I thought you were talking about like late in the fourth when he had the corner